Thank you for your charm presentation. Good evening. To start, let me share something about me. Every time I sit in a conference room for a meeting in a building like this, I feel like this guy, cold. No matter what the outside weather is, I freeze. And I know that you feel the same. Because 75% of people hate thermal environment in buildings. Yeah, huge. So, and you know why this happens? We have hundreds of facility managers, and the answer was the same every time. They explain us how an HVAC, that means heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, system works in the real world. So let me explain. Someone in the organization programs into the building management system a routine for every room. For example, every Monday at 8 a.m., set the temperature in this room at 72 degrees with a combination of ventilation and air temperature. This means that no matter if there's one person or 20 in this room or their thermal preferences, the temperature will be the one that someone in the organization arbitrarily predefined. This is why we don't feel very comfortable. But it's also really inefficient. We are burning more than $30 billion per year of unnecessary energy in US commercial buildings, and no one is happy. But the problem is people do count. As our body radiates heat, we do affect the model. But if the system doesn't know how many people are in each room, it's impossible to deliver the right temperature and the ventilation levels. So going back to our conversations with facility managers, we asked them, what if you knew where people are going to be in your building, and you knew if they are hot or cold? Could this information help you to set the right temperature and ventilation level instead of guessing? And the answer was, of course. So this is exactly what Alsen does. We save energy and improve people's comfort based on how they use their buildings and their thermal preferences. So let me explain how it works. Everything starts with this amazing sensor that measures how many people are in each room and how they move around the building. They are self-powered, wireless network, and really easy to install. For example, in a room like this, we will need 10 sensors. Oh, 10 sensors? That's right. So then we have an app where people input their thermal preferences, how they feel about the temperature in each room. Then we input all this data into machine learning algorithms to predict future occupancy and thermal preferences. Because conditioning a room takes time, you have to anticipate when people will enter or leave a room. And finally, our solution automatically works with existing building management system to deliver the right temperature and ventilation level in each room at any given time. And this is our magic. This is how we can solve this problem. And no one in the market can solve this problem using real-time and predictive occupancy and comfort measurements. By the way, this worked incredibly well. Look at what we did. During the last 2 years, we tested our solution in 5 buildings in UC Merced, and we started with a tough one, LEED Platinum, and we saved 42% of the HVAC energy consumption. Yes, 42%. Those savings could potentially represent more than $400,000 per year for this university, equivalent to 20 new scholarships for students. And we also increase user satisfaction from 25 to 80%. So everyone wins, organizations, people, and the planet. Look at the energy manager in UC Merced says, we save money, but we also help them to achieve environmental objectives, like the 000 goals. So it's cool. This is the team behind our magic. These guys have been researching and developing our technology for the last 5 years. Then we incorporated experience in sales and marketing, product development, and strategic management to make this startup happen. Additionally, with this great group of advisors, we gained experience in manufacturing, demand generation, startups, and knowledge of the market, like Kelly Romano. She is a former president in United Technology, one of the largest HVAC companies in the world. She's a great fan of our technology. Our target market is huge. Just focusing in commercial buildings, universities, school districts, and governmental offices with building management system. This is a business revenue opportunity of $5 billion. For the short term, we need to validate some assumptions like commissioning cost and pricing. Our product is ready to go to the market now. We expect for the next year to get from 5 to 10 customers, generating revenue of $1.3 million. Our business model is really easy to understand. Customers pay back the initial investment in less than 15 months, and then we share energy savings. And by the way, we confirm we are working on 2 new trials, one in large building in Tahoe, the other one in Davis. So we expect to convert these trials in customers in the next couple of months. So what do we need now? We need funding. At this point, we are looking to raise $1.2 million to accelerate our acquisition and deployment of our first customers. So we are so excited with what we achieved so far. We have an amazing technology, great result, a highly qualified and committed team, and customers are loving our solution. So now we are eager to bring investors on board that can help us to make this dream come true. So if you have any question or any comment or a check, you can email me, or I will be glad to talk with you after this presentation. Thank you.